name is Bharat Bose. I'm a part of Group 6.
Hi everyone, I'm Bala Prakash.
Kelly.
Kalyan.
Yep. So we'll be presenting about recommendation systems and types of recommendation systems, how it's done, and different kind of things. Yeah, let's get into it. So we might have a question: why recommendation systems? Why recommendations? Why you have to recommend something to someone? As you know, there are a lot of things out there. You know, it's very difficult to choose like what you want, what's specific, what's needed for a user or a customer. You need to know like, you know, these are the things he like, and based on which you have to sell a few sectors of things. If you try to sell something which he's not interested in, he might not come back to us. So that's why we use recommendations. Yeah, can you go to the next slide? Yeah, these are some definition and like some quotes from online. A lot of times people don't know what they want until you show it to them. You know, that's how most of the times I can go to a Netflix site, but I don't know what movie to watch, but I just browse through it based on my past movies I have watched. I'll get a recommendation on it and then I go on. Can you get next slide? So coming to what are the different types of recommendation system, there is a content-based recommendation system, and there is collaborative-based, and there is a hybrid, which is a combination of content and collaborative-based recommendation. As you see, there are like further classification of collaborative filtering technique, where it can be model-based filtering technique or memory-based filtering technique. And even further classification of memory can be either user-based or item-based. User-based being using the similarity between the users, and item-based is using the similarity between the items which we are trying to recommend to the users. And coming to the model-based filtering technique, there are clustering techniques, association based in networks, neural networks, and decision trees. We would also touch upon like what's a utility matrix. It's a kind of a matrix where you have a set of similarity affinity measurements recorded for different users, and how you gonna use that to recommend something to a user. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah. So this is a very good slide where you can understand the whole picture of what a collaborative filtering and a content-based filtering with a very simple idea. As you can see, in collaborative-based filtering, we use what's the similarity between the users. Say like they read both of these, and like they both read 80% of the documents similarly, so they have a high similarity between them. And she read this document, but he didn't read it, so this is a good document to recommend to him. That's a kind of how collaborative filtering technique works. Coming to the content-based filtering, we use, say for example, this is a genre which is like data science related, and this person is very interested in data science. Then you would recommend documents which has content related to data science to this user. So it's basically working on the content of the document, or if it's a video, it's a content of the video and things like that. Coming to the next slide, as I said, like there's a utility matrix where think of these as users and these as attributes. You can have these are the ones which represent the affinity of a user based on based on the items. Sorry, these are the items and these are the users. So he has 4 affinity for this item, and 5 for this, and 1 for this. Based on this metrics, we can calculate what's the affinity for this based on the similarity between the users or content, in using one of those techniques. So what we essentially try to do in a recommendation system is to predict the values which are missing in this past matrix. Based on that, if somebody hasn't viewed it before or like interested in it, we would recommend that. That's all. My question is, what are the 2 different types of recommendation systems? Yeah.
So are you talking about like collaborative and content-based?
Yeah.
That was it?
Yeah. Thank you. To the next slide. I think Kelly would take it from here. Oh, it's Kelly.